Good day, everyone. To the organizing committee, to my fellow paper presenters, and to the panel of experts, a pleasant day to one and all. I am Sherwin Ayjala, a DBA student of the Polytechnic University of the Philippines Open University System, and I am very fortunate that my paper had been included for presentation in this 13th International Conference on Multidisciplinary Research. My research paper is entitled Harnessing MOOC for Transformative Learning, Enhancing Media and Information Literacy Achievement among Senior High School Students. MOOC, or Massive Open Online Course, is a type of intervention program that I have used in my classes. I have handled Media and Information Literacy subject, or MIL, for the senior high school program, particularly grade 12 students. And as a way for me to let my students explore other means of learning, I have used the so-called MOOC, or Massive Open Online Course. And on this particular online platform, I have incorporated in the subject the type of Media and Information Literacy Massive Open Online Course, or the MOOC, or MOOC. It is a type of flexible way to learn through online-based learning. So I have also shared to my students that MOOC is a self-paced learning, meaning they will be learning according to their own pace, or self-paced way. Through that, my students will be accessing the MOOC intended for the subject, which is MIL. It is a free web-based distance learning program. That's why the students are very eager, because they will be accomplishing all tasks in the subject through online learning. There are activities, there are quizzes, there are video tutorials, and they are all related to the subject Media and Information Literacy. MIL is a type of core subject in the senior high school program among grade 12 students. And as a way for them to have another way of learning is I have incorporated the Media and Information Literacy MOOC for that particular learning area. In conducting this study, I have the following objectives. First, I want to determine the achievement level. I want to determine the achievement measurement among my students, among the students who are part of the study. And I have considered 235 students out of 578 enrolled learners in our senior high school program. I have handled 5 sections of the total 15 sections in the senior high school program. Another objective is I want to have the statistical validation whether the use of massive open online course is really a type of um, program that will lead to the enhancement of my students' level of achievement. The third objective is regarding the motivational factors, because I have in my statement of the problem the determination of the different motivational factors to let my students identify what are the different motivational factors or motivating factors that had encouraged them to access, to finish, and to make themselves available in the open online course. Another objective is to identify the different challenges or barriers that had experienced by my learners in accessing the massive open online course. And last is regarding the instructional enhancement, whether in the succeeding years I can still use the massive open online course as a type of intervention program so that my learners will be able to explore more on the different opportunities and different ways in order for them to learn and using an online platform like the MOOC. Of course, following the research framework, you have the MOOC integration in MIL instruction. And in conducting this type of research, I first um, determine the results in the pre-test. And after that is I have instructed my students regarding their access to the massive open online course so that after they finished the course and after they received their certificate of achievement on that particular MOOC, and I will be giving my students the post test or the post assessment. Of course, following the constructivist learning theory by Piaget and by Vygotsky, this is in a way that my students will be learning based on their own and self-paced mode. And another theory is about connectivism and self-determination. As I have said, the following input had been used in the study. There is this conduct of determining the pre-test scores before accessing the massive open online course. And after my students have received their grade and their certificate for the massive open online course, there is this conduct of post-assessment. And I have determined also through this research paper the different motivating factors that affect my students in accessing the massive open online course. And lastly, I have determined the challenges that they have faced in accessing the massive open online course. As to the output of the study, I want to determine the effectiveness of MOOC in senior high school program. And of course, if ever that I will be using again a type of MOOC for the same subject in the future, I may be having this type of enhanced use of MOOC and the improved media and information literacy platform for my students. The research design follow the mixed methods approach. So there is this quantitative and qualitative form of research. And I have used my senior high school department of the Talipan National High School in DepEd Quezon as the research locale. For my respondents, I have 235 students distributed across 4 strands: ABM, STEM, UMS, and TVL. Those 235 students have access to online platform. They have gadgets that they are capable of using in accessing for the online platform. And aside from that is they have this opportunity to access the massive open online course. I cannot oblige other students because of the financial constraints. The total enrollees in our school is 578 learners in grade 12. But of course, there are only 235 students who are part of the study. So the instrument included achievement test as well as the survey. And for the statistical treatment is I have used mean, standard deviation, and I tested the significant difference using the Wilcoxon signed rank test. Following the statement of the problems that I have indicated in the study, for the statement of the problem 1, I want to determine whether there will be a difference in terms of their pre-test and post-test scores, and that will be part of their student achievement. So the pre-test and post-test results of my students in terms of accessing the Massive Open online course showed a marked improvement in their performance, and this goes also to show that the Massive Open online course is an effective platform wherein my students will be having an opportunity to learn more about the subject through the Massive Open online course. The second statement of the problem is about the motivating factors. This is a type of item in the research paper wherein I have gathered from my respondents or from the respondents of the study the different motivating factors that affect them in accessing the Massive Open online course. First motivating factor is under the flexible learning options. Flexible because the students are accessing based on their availability. So it is self-paced, and meaning the students will be accessing the online course based on their capacity. Another motivating factor is about the teacher encouragement and influence. So we are 4 MIL teachers who are handling the 15 sections of the senior high school program grade 12 level. So under that is, of course, um, we encourage our learners to participate and to answer the different activities in the MOOC. And another motivating factors is self-learning, meaning through their own way of learning, they will be able to have their accomplishment of the Massive Open online course through the online platform. The statement of the problem 3 is about the significant difference in the student achievement. So, using the test of significant difference, the Wilcoxon Sign Rank 3 test confirmed that these gains were statistically significant at 0.05 level, indicating that MOOCs has a positive effect on student achievement. And there is a significant difference on the pre-test and post-test scores. The statement of the problem 4 answered the challenges encountered by the learners. As to the result, the different codes or themes that had been discovered from the study is, we have the following. First, the technological barriers. So of course, we cannot force our students to access the Massive Open online course for the limited technological capacity. Some of them don't have gadgets, some of them don't have load. And since the Massive Open online course is a self-paced activity, so there are students who are accessing the course at home whenever they have Wi-Fi. Another challenge that derived from the study is the limited personalized instruction. Some of them have difficulty in accessing the different icons simply because of the um, difficult instruction indicated in the Massive Open online course. Another challenge is the skill-related issues. Okay, so some of them have difficulty in understanding the icons, and since the different icons on the Massive Open online course are new to them, so they find it difficult and they have difficulty in accessing the online course. As to the overall impact of the Massive Open Online course, I have discovered that the Massive Open Online course is an effective instructional strategy for enhancing the media and information literacy achievement among the senior high school students in our school. So the conclusions are the following. First, the Massive Open Online course significantly improved the student achievement as manifested in the improved scores in their pre-test and post-test. Second, statistical analysis confirmed that there is an improved student achievement. Third, there are key motivators for student participation in the Massive Open Online course. Fourth is there are challenges encountered and they are mainly technological barriers. Overall, the Massive Open Online course proved transformative way of learning. As to the recommendations from the result of the study, we have the following. First, create a tailored instructional guide for teachers and students to maximize MOOC integration in media and information literacy. Second, improve internet connectivity and provide access to reliable devices to minimize technical barriers in MOOC participation. Third is conduct professional development programs for teachers on MOOC facilitation, digital pedagogy, and personalized online instruction. Another recommendation is about encourage students to take advantage of the MOOC's flexibility by integrating self-paced modules into classroom activities. Supplement MOOCs with teacher-led discussions, mentoring, and feedback sessions to reduce feelings of isolation and enhance engagement. And lastly, is to align MOOC content with DepEd's MIL curriculum to ensure relevance, coherent, and sustainability in instruction. And based on my experience, because I have almost 3 years of incorporating MOOC in teaching MIL or Media Information Literacy, the content of the MOOC for MIL is related to the subject being offered in DepEd schools, particularly for senior high school. The different activities, the quizzes, the videos, and MIL-related tasks incorporated in MOOC are all engaging because the students cannot answer the next activity, the next module, if they did not pass the quizzes intended for the current module. They cannot move to the next unless they have passed the current module. And this is somewhat challenging. This is somewhat interesting because the students are really engaged in the different activities. They make themselves interested so that they can be able to proceed to the next activity. And another one is that since they are already senior high school students and they are already aware of the use of technology in their classes, and since the subject is MIL or Media Information Literacy, it's a good thing that MOOC is incorporated in the subject. And for the references, here are the references. And that's the end of my presentation. Thank you so much once again to the organizers, to the panel of experts, and to my fellow presenters. Good day and happy research work to everyone.